Hi guys.
Hello everyone.
Hi.
Hello.
Oh, hello. Oh, we got a new guest today. Selamat kembali semua. Apa khabar? Kita berada di episod yang ketujuh ECM Viewz bersama dengan kita punya dua panel tetap, iaitu Brandon. Hi Brandon, how are you?
Hi.
We have Abdullah. Abdullah, apa khabar Abdullah?
Baik.
Okay, and kita ada guest panel kita. Oh, Kenneth. How are you, Kenneth?
Hi. Long time no see.
Okay.
Good.
Long time no see. Okay, now this is I think the first time we're seeing you live. Okay, so I
Wait.
would like
Wait.
to. Oh,
Wait. I want to ask you something first. This is something special. Sure. Why you don't have background of Everton? Huh? Where are you?
I'm actually camping at Ulu Rening in Batang Kali.
Why you are camping and do online podcast?
Online podcast because why? This is the commitment for ESCM, So we are doing this to all our supporters, and yeah, it's a fun thing to do.
You're the man.
Yeah, aku camping alhamdulillah. Nak join Kenneth, I'm camping,
Still supporting, no matter rain or
Yes,
shine.
Yep, true. Okay, so not to waste any more time, since Kenneth is here, Kenneth, we got a few questions for you. Question number one, tell us a bit about yourself. How long have you been supporting Everton? And maybe, if you have any favorite player, Everton player of all time. And how do you get to know about ESCM, Everton Supporters Club Malaysia?
Cool. Okay. So generally I'm a football fan, so I started playing football from young. So like outside my house, with anybody. So yeah, even all races and all. So I really enjoyed football. So from there, last time when I see because I was very young, and then I see some adults, normally they have like MU jersey and even not Chelsea at the time. I think just MU, maybe Liverpool. Yeah, I think so. MU and Liverpool. So yeah, that too. That's how I started with football, started playing. So haven't started watching it. So slowly I got some exposure, and then as I grow older, basically I think one of the most important thing is the color. So I think people that likes like a blue team has a certain vibe to them. Yeah. So that's one of the main criteria at first, because at the time I was young. So as a secret, I started supporting Chelsea at first. That was really young. Like I think was 7, 8, 9 years old. Yeah. So at that time, my favorite player was Lampard. So that's like the perfect package at that time. At that time. So Frank Lampard. I think basically how they package it, like so cool, Lampard, Chelsea. But as I grow older, I realized like certain things, like they changed their owner. And then manager start Mourinho coming in, and then logo change and all sorts of things. So from then on, I actually lose interest in Chelsea. I don't know, like naturally also. So then on, I saw Everton after they actually got qualified for Champions League around that time. So I was like year 4, right after the Chelsea period. So like 04-05 at the time, around that period. So it's right after Rooney time. Yeah. So I knew about Rooney, but I wasn't supporting Everton at that time when Rooney left. So just right after that, I supported Everton till now, like about 15 years. So if you talk about Everton, I look up to Team KO a lot. Yeah, Team KO for Everton. Yeah. It's my so far all-time favorite for me. To tell you a bit about how I came across ESCM, it's through actually a friend, and then my friend is Roshan's friend. So Roshan is involved in community work for Everton also, and then as well as also very active at the time in the supporters club. So he brought me in. So I was shocked. So like I was the only one all the time. So to get to meet a group of fans, it's impressive. I mean, like at last, that kind of thing. Yeah. So like we can do things together.
Same feeling for all of us. All of us.
It's a typical, yeah, it's a typical story. You know, if you're an Everton supporter, especially this part of the world in Malaysia, you think you are the only one who supports Everton. So it's the same thing with Brandon and myself. You know, when we first met each other, I think about 21 years ago, when we bumped into each other, you know, working at the same place, we realized that actually, hey, you support Everton, yeah, I support Everton. So, and we always thought, you know, and we were the only two supporters in Malaysia. Interesting story. We forgive you for the two things, Chelsea and Lampard. Lampard a bit hard to forgive lah. Chelsea okay lah.
Yeah, but as time passed, I realized like he's arrogant. So,
Yeah.
I know. Yeah. So.
He's basically a toot. Okay, never mind. Okay, let's move forward. Let's talk about Everton. Let's talk about the team. So, what do you think about the current situation with a lot of injuries, key players? You know, how do you think we can move forward? How does it impact our progress? Kenneth.
Okay. Reality. So the thing is that the similar thing like happened most of the seasons. I don't know, is it an Everton thing or what? But throughout the years that I supported Everton, injury plays a big part. I mean, it happens to all clubs, but then for Everton, particularly, maybe because it's a teen squad, but even when we have money, like recent years, it's not really changing also. Not sure like exactly what happened, most probably like even the management. So as of now, it looked quite similar to last season. So not a very good sign.
Not good sign. Yeah. So Brandon, what do you think? Anything that you'd like to add about our injury situation?
I want to add what he said, because in the past, we've always had tough guys. You got Castley, you got Graverson, you got a lot of us, and those guys play throughout the season. No, very hard to see them get injured, but you see them injuring people up. But the problem is this: the people who are playing. If you want talent and fancy football, then maybe you have to give away with the toughness. In some of the places, they just can't do it. Okay, you see that Doucouré. Doucouré looks big and lanky, but he can turn and he has the moves. But again, when he gets hit, like how they've been physical against us in some of the games, right? Not easy. Southampton was a crazy game. We were very physical against us. Dangerous to play against them. But the thing is this, I agree that the injury part is going to be troubling us, but I hope that they've already started gelling together and covering the play, because right now when they are playing out of their position, can very, very see big gaps, especially in the defense. Big gaps.
Yep. Okay, big gaps. Alright. So sebenarnya untuk Abdullah saya ada soalan, tetapi saya nak simpan soalan berkenaan dengan kecederaan tu selepas ini. Selepas ini saya nak sambung balik, tetapi saya ada satu soalan. Soalan ni special sikit sebab kita pun berita terkini James Rodriguez dia telah pergi ke Al Rayyan ke Qatar. So saya nak tanya kepada Abdullah, apa pendapat Abdullah dua perkara. Satu, semasa dia berada bersama dengan kita, ya, bersama dengan kita, bermain dengan kita, hakikat dia fact dia tak pernah bermain dekat depan Everton supporters, dengan Everton supporters dekat, dia bermain dalam stadium kosong. So yang kedua, apa pendapat Abdullah dengan cara dia meninggalkan Everton? So apa pendapat Abdullah? James Rodriguez.
James Rodriguez dia tinggalkan di saat kita tengah cedera pemain banyak ni. Jadi bagi saya memang tak bertanggungjawab lah kan. Tapi bagus juga kan. Sebab gaji dia dapat banyak. Saya cek tadi gaji dia 90,000 pound sterling seminggu. Banyak tu. Dong Korea lagi murah. Dong Korea saya tengok tadi 75,000 pound sterling. Jadi ni dari segi kewangan dia amat beban kat kita lah. Dia orang cakap dia makan gaji buta lah. Dia tak main tapi dia dapat duit. Tapi itulah time kecederaan ramai ni kita perlukan dia tapi dia nak pergi dah. Biar je lah. Dia pun dah tak ada hati dah.
Macam marah je Abdullah. Abdullah marah ke kat dia?
Dia tengah injet kot, dia pergi pula.
Saya rasa lebih dari 90,000 tetapi basically dia pada okay lah, saya mungkin nak sokong sikit dia makan gaji buta. Kenneth, what do you think? When we talk about James Rodriguez.
I think it was very clear from the start of the season itself. I think pre-season time we were still optimistic, like, oh, maybe possible for Benitez to play him, like to be slightly better, to play him or to be having a better relationship. But actually, from the start of the season, it's very apparent, like very clear. Sangat jelas. Dia punya, this one, they don't like each other. I don't know why also. So like, just doesn't fit like their game style. So I mean his gameplay. So
yeah,
sad thing, because we could have maximized the potential that he can provide, like contribute to us. But I think no point keeping, no point. So have to move on because he's quite injury prone also.
Yep.
Yeah. He got injured quite easily.
Yeah. Well, I'm not sure about the injury part. Of course, there is a record, but I guess the heart. I think his heart is not with Everton. I think for the past few months, and especially when Rafa came on board. Okay, enough about him. Now kita nak patah balik kepada tentang kecederaan. So kawan baik Abdullah, Richarlison cedera. DCL cedera, ramai cedera. Jadi striker ni kita tak ada. So soalan dia sekarang ni, Salomon Rondon ni, dia boleh ke tutup lubang ni? Adakah dia mampu menggalas tanggungjawab dengan ketiadaan Richarlison dengan DCL ni, Abdullah?
Untuk game Norwich ni, saya dapat rasakan Benitez akan turunkan pemain muda tu. Ellison nama dia. Sebab musim lepas dia dah dipindah bagi pinjam kat Blackpool. Dia ada jadikan gol jugalah. Ada 8 gol. Saya dapat rasakan Benitez akan letak dia first 11 lah. Sebab dia muda lagi, dia fresh lagi. Mungkin dia first 11, lepas tu Rondon masuk sub, Rondon score. Mungkin lah, saya rasa macam tu lah. Mungkin tactical. Kalau saya jadi coach, saya buat macam tu lah.
Saya nak tanya Abdullah, Rondon ni dia gemuk ke? Nampak macam gemuk. Orang duk kata dia ni gemuk. Adakah dia ni gemuk? Nampak macam gemuk, badan dia besar.
Bila dah tua, kita punya obesity pun makin meningkat lah. Biasalah. Metabolisme menurun.
Kurang ajar. Aku dengar Brandon terasa. Okay, now it's one thing I'm going to talk about because we are putting a lot of hope, our hopes on Salomon Rondon. So Kenneth, what do you think? Abdullah mentioned that I don't think he'll be able to play the full 90 minutes, but do you think he'll be our super sub? Since both our strikers are not around.
I don't think he'll be a super sub. I think he will be a good backup because his overall gameplay is fine, decent, I would say. Because he can hold up. I think based on previously how I watch him play, he can like be the focal point for the teams like in Newcastle and in West Brom. But generally, I think in terms of scoring and all, he's not to say the out and out striker. Like even when he played against Everton, I think last time. But players will pass, his teammates will pass to him and play through him. That's the thing. So in a sense, he's the backup that can help to fill in for temporary measure, I think.
Okay. I guess for the both of you, I think his style of play is rather like Richarlison, right? But it's not. We don't have a true out and out striker. So Brandon is like shaking. Okay,
No,
now
I don't
Brandon,
believe.
what do you think?
I disagree. I think if you want to say he's a backup, okay, he's a backup to DCL and Richarlison and all that, but I think he'll be featured in the first 11. We watched him the other day in the games, and his first touch on the headers from corners, very dangerous. It's just that we never used it properly. Our corners were going in don't know what kind of corners were going in now. But so when you have a guy, okay, he's big, he may be a little bit slow, but it's like Lukaku, you know. Okay, it's a little bit tough to move at that kind of speed, but he has the skill. And I think if you know how to play the shots into him, I think this game in Norwich he will score. So I feel that not having a striker, I think we do have backup like, again, Alice Sim. I actually see that if Gray and Townsend are cutting across like that, they also can be very dangerous in scoring goals. But yeah, I don't think he'll be on the bench. I think he'll be in the first 11, and they will bring in maybe Alice Sims as the sub. Alice might be the super sub.
Okay.
Other than the other.
All right. Okay. So Brandon dia terbalik ya, dia berlawan sikit dengan Abdullah, tetapi ya persamaan dia adalah dia orang berdua ni yang kemungkinan besarnya will play a role. Maknanya dua akan bermain, cuma tak tahu siapa yang akan start, siapa yang akan jadi sub. Okay. Now talking about Norwich, I'm going to throw this question to Brandon first, and we'll end it up with Kenneth. What do you think of our chances with Norwich? On paper, Norwich is right at the bottom, right? Our chances are with Norwich.
I hope that we go in the team. I hope that the team goes in thinking that Norwich is going to win. Because kalau kita masuk thinking that we are going to win, I mean the players if they go in thinking that they're very overconfident and we always screw up with the lower clubs, I actually want to think that this guy's going to give them a fair fight. But on paper, again, I think, and I still think that we will win. But I want them to go in with the thing that these guys are going to give us a challenge. They cannot be going like, okay, this guy's going to fall over and we are going to score like goals and things like that. I want them to be overconfident.
All right, understood. Yeah, dangerous. Understood. So Abdullah, apa pendapat Abdullah dengan kita punya chance untuk berdepan dengan Norwich di Goodison Park?
Susah juga sebab pemain bintang semua tak ada. Tapi saya yakin kita akan menang. Macam biasa.
Pemain bulan ada, bintang tak ada, bulan ada. Tapi yakin akan menang. Yakin menang besar. Menang besar ya, menang besar. Okey, sebelum saya pergi kat Kenneth, saya nak tanya soalan ni kepada Abdullah. Pada Brandon kata dia rasa Rondon akan skor. Apa pendapat Abdullah? Siapakah pemain yang akan membawa kita kepada puncak kemenangan tu? Siapa? Gray.
I support him also. I will say Gray. I just said that Rondon will score, but I think Gray is the one who's going to take
Gray is the support. Okay.
Gray make it happen.
Okay. Tak, saya minta Gray sebab apa? Gray ada dekat dalam saya fantasy punya team. Okay, never mind.
Patutlah.
So, Kenneth, what do you think our chances? And who do you think is going to be our the player to watch for Everton against Norwich?
Sad to say, player to watch only have a few lah. Like only like for me it's like Gray and Townsend only. Like
Townsend.
Not many choices as of now. So not sure it's a good thing or bad thing, but at least they're performing lah, both of them.
Okay.
And they're like pretty solid at the wing, yeah, and cutting in and all. So about our chances against Norwich, I think it's still very early in the season to say that they are the bottom of the table. Still quite early, so cannot take for granted because Norwich is a good team. They have their way of playing. So the thing is that I think after losing and drawing, and losing actually also drawing by losing. So
yeah, drawing by losing.
I think we as Everton we cannot lose against Norwich because of like the sentiment, like how they are like at the bottom of the table. So yeah, a bit like how Arteta was at just recently, like Arsenal losing,
fair enough.
3 in a row. So yeah, that's the thing. So yeah. Yeah. So
The
I don't
score.
think so. Yeah.
The
The score.
What do you think?
Seeing Everton now, I don't think we'll win big. Yeah.
Okay.
Just by discipline, I think. Around like
Okay.
2-0. Yeah.
2-0. Oh, 2-0 is not big. Okay, never mind. Abdullah, berapa skor?
3-0.
3-0 Abdullah.
Itu
Optimistic
besar.
betul. Brandon.
3-1.
3-1. Okay, semuanya menang. Jadi saya nak jadi macam Bing. Bing, saya nak hi Bing. Bing ni dia lain sikit. So saya Bing, saya nak jadi macam Bing. Kita akan draw 2-2. No, that's
Possible.
Possible lah 2-2. Tetapi with Everton kita suka skor.
But you know
Kecuali game hari tu tak dapat skor, memalukan.
It's all right.
So,
Last few games, they played really good for a time.
They're actually very good.
They played very good for a time. Then suddenly crack and break down. Like same thing like what we did. We played so nice, and then 3 goal masuk. Then susah lah.
Yeah.
Let's see.
True. Okay, I think this is towards the end. So I would like to say thank you to Kenneth for joining us. Hey, Kenneth, you've been great. Most probably we're going to invite you again somewhere down the line, you know.
No problem.
Okay, put it this way. Let's do this. I'm going to invite you when we play against Chelsea. What do you think? Yeah.
Chelsea. Okay.
Okay. That's a date. Yeah, that's a date. Alright, Abdullah, terima kasih banyak-banyak. Tolong call Richarlison. Kita perlukan dia. Ya, DCL tak apa. Kita perlukan Richarlison. Ya. Brandon, any final words?
Final words are, come on, you Blues. You better go inside and win this in front of the fans and everything. And we really need to climb back up from the 2 loss. All right, to change this. Change this.
Yep. Okay. Alright. Dan saya akhiri dengan ucapan 2-2 first half kita menang 3-2. Alright, dengan itu terima kasih banyak-banyak. Okay, everyone.
Okay, thanks. Thanks for the time. Alright, bye.